Now that you have created a class notebook, what are the next steps? So the first thing I would want to do is clean up this notebook so that my students don't have to see the same thing on everybody's page. So I'm going to get rid of the sample pages that are included here. And the easiest way to do that is just to click on the name of a page, hold your Shift key down, and click on the last page. And then you can just hit your delete key and that removes the page. Obviously, you need to have something on the front when your students come in. So I'm going to click Add a Page and give it a name. And then I'm going to customize the page so that when they come in and if they have 3 or 4 notebooks, they know that this is the notebook that I'm using for a particular class. So I'm going to go in here and just grab a picture of a dog. We'll take that one. And now we have a custom page for this class. Now notice this is a class notebook, and the reason I know that is because there's a collaboration space, a content library, and some students in my class. Now what I'm going to do is think about how I want to use this particular notebook. So one of the things I may want to do is have my students work in individually on a particular page. In that case, what I can do is I can create that page in my content library. And we'll make believe that I have some wonderful things that they're supposed to do on this particular page. And now I'm going to share the page with my students. I'm going to distribute it to them. That's where my class notebook add-in becomes particularly important. So I'm going to distribute this page to their articles section in their individual sections of the notebook. So I'll click Articles, and now it just sent it out to my students. I click the green flippy arrow to go up a level, and now I can see if I go into Mary Beth's section of the notebook and go to Articles, she has a work on this page. So she's ready to go. If I click the flippy arrow, I am back to my other students as well as my content library and my collaboration space. In case you're wondering, Lou also has in her articles section the work on this page, because when I sent it out, when I distributed it to them, it went to everyone. Something else you might want to do is, oh gee, it's been a while and now I realize that I need a section in the notebook for them to annotate text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute a new section. Again, that's in the class notebook add-in. So I'll go to distribute new section and I'll give it a name called annotations and click create. And what that's automatically going to do is now all of my students, Mary Beth has an annotation section, click on the green flippy arrow. Lou has an annotation section. Click on the green flippy arrow, and I am back to the top. Another thing you might consider in your class notebook is having your students collaborate. So you might want to create something in the content library to have them use as a template. So I'm going to call it template for lack of a better word. Template for your work. And I'm even going to make this look a little bit different. So I'm going to go to put some color on that page just so it stands out a little bit. Now that you've created the template for them and they're going to use this in the collaboration space this time, they can simply copy it and then go up to the collaboration space and paste it. At that point, they would want to put in the names of the student that they're working with. In this case, they're going to work in pairs. So maybe Virginia and Mary Beth are going to work together. So we have modified the name of this particular page. Now we might take some time and we do some work and we're going to, let's make believe that they're creating some kind of a flow chart and they are finished with their work And now you want them, even though they collaborated on this, you want both Virginia and Mary Beth to make a copy of it and put it into their own section of the notebook. So they can do there's two different ways they can do this. They can copy the page, and then if I was Mary Beth, I could jump over here and we don't have a specific spot where it's supposed to go, so we'll put it in articles, and then I can right click and paste. Let's make believe that I was Lou, and I'll go back to the collaboration space. And this time I'm going to right click and I'm going to pick move or copy. And I'm going to send it to my section of the notebook. So I'm going to put it under my name. In this case, I'm making believe I'm Lou, and I'm going to go to articles and I'm going to copy it. So let me just show you when I go over here as Lou in the article section, here is what she just copied over to that section. I would consider that a best practice because you want to make sure that everybody keeps track of their own work. Since it is a collaboration space that they were working in, I would want to make sure that they have easy access to their own work for fear that something would happen to it in the collaboration space. Now let's take a quick look at a best practice in regard to reviewing student work, because you certainly wouldn't want to have 25 students and have to click through and then click on the green flippy arrow and then go to the next person and then find the right tab. You won't want to do that when you are reviewing a whole bunch of work. So what comes into play here is consistency in having your students put their work in the right place with a consistent name. So let's go over again, make believe I'm Mary Beth and I'm in my work and I'm in the article section and I'm on the work on this page. So let me drop something into Mary Beth's page, and this time we'll put a cat in, and we'll know that that's Mary Beth's page. And then let's make believe we're Lou and we're doing some work. We need to go to the article section and the work on this page. And in this case, we'll put another dog on there so we know which dog it is. And now later on, I have all of my students' work and I'm the teacher and I want to review their work. So I go to that infamous class notebook menu item and go to review student work. I know that I told my students to put it in the article section and have them put it on the work on this page. So now I can click on Mary Beth's page and I can give her some feedback on the picture that she chose. Then I can go to Lou's page and give her feedback on the picture that she chose. So it makes it much easier to do review of work that way. So I highly recommend that you create the section and you create the name of the page that your students are going to put an assignment on. It will make for much easier reviewing of student work.